There you go. You guys know me, I'm Chief Hayward. Those of people who don't know me on the camera, I'm an active duty warrant officer, United States Army. I'm finishing my bachelor's degree in business administration. I'm going into a master's degree in master's of business administration. And I'm a direct beneficiary of military education benefits. I'll start with, do you have a question? Who has $90,000 just laying around? Nobody I know, right? So, but you do, you just don't realize it. As a member of active duty military, you've earned a benefit. And I want to tell you what it is and how to use it, okay? Because I think it's important. There's several opportunities you can take in the military, on active duty, and when you get out, to further your education, right? That's TA, it's a big one, tuition assistance. The Montgomery GI Bill for when you get out. And there's Army's like re-emphasizing this credentialing opportunities online kind of thing. That's another really important one that you can take advantage of now. So, I'll preview the benefits that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to talk about them. Okay, I want to start with TA because that's the one that you can use right now. I started using TA as a young Marine back in 1998 when I first came in, right? And it's important. Like as I said, it's the most direct benefit you have right now that can affect your career and your life inside the military, okay? An unfortunate statistic is only 20% of active duty soldiers ever use it, right? Oh shit, hold on, that's okay. Only 20% of active duty military use it. That statistic probably counts out in here too. I think right now I'm the only one going to college. So I've been encouraging you to go to college, and please do go to college. Because if you think about it, that's $4,500 a year you're not using. So the way it works, real basic, you get $4,500 a year from October to October of every fiscal year, or 16 credit hours, whatever comes first. In my case, when I finish my bachelor's, I'll move into the MBA program. I still get the same amount of money. It's just the dollar per credit value goes up, so the number of credits I take goes down. And that brings me into kind of a transition to the GI Bill. So once you're done with your active duty time and you've taken advantage of that TA program in the active duty Army, once you transition out, you're carrying some credits. You might be carrying a degree forward, and you're like, oh, I need a master's degree to go into what I want to do, social work, right? Maybe it's something like that. You can move into that next program by using the GI Bill. And now most of you, I'm pretty sure all of you, have the post 9/11. That post 9/11 GI Bill is going to provide you with tuition, room and board, text, stipend, right? You got to look at what school you're going to as to how much that benefit pays out for you, right? So if I get into Harvard, I'm going to get more money. I'm not going to get it, the school's going to get it, but you can go to Harvard, you can go to Arizona State, or you can go to Appalachian State, you know what I mean? So that GI Bill is it's variable, right, the value of it. So I mean, it works in all circumstances, but if you want to go there, you can go there, and the GI Bill will help you pay for it. You may have to subsidize a little on the other side for living expenses, but if you want to go to Yale and you get in, go. It's paid for, okay? I feel like I always have to counterbalance the good info with the bad. A crazy statistic is most of these colleges, the Army surveyed 20 colleges for 4-year degrees, and the statistics aren't very good for military veterans. It's like 1 in 100 people graduate with a degree, right? So, and that's for a number of reasons. They're non-traditional students. They're coming in with a lot of other baggage, or their life is going on. They're not 18 years old with nobody to take care of. They might be married. They might have a girlfriend, or they might have a kid. They might have other obligations, a job outside of school that they're committed to, in addition to going to be a college student, right? So those are statistics you got to look at. And you can always ask the college, what's your veterans graduation rate? A lot of schools that have good graduation rates, like 4-year schools, even community colleges, or if they have like a veterans activity center or a veterans center, like a legitimate one, not like 2 guys in an office, but like an active veteran community that's part of the college. San Diego State has a really good veterans program. It's a veterans fraternity program. You go in, you don't have to join the fraternity, but as soon as you're in, that's who's managing your college academic career, right? So they have like a 75% graduation rate for veterans. That's pretty good. So if you're coming in, you can take 1 class this semester, 3 next semester. They're going to help you figure out what your schedule should look like, and how to be successful, okay? That's an important one for all you guys, because I know some of you are transitioning out, right? So I feel like I skipped over a couple things. The GI Bill was created in 1944, right? It was after World War II. And that program was created to help 16 million veterans coming back from World War II. And since World War II, it's helped millions of people, like after the war, and even today it's helping people. So we gotta remember that program's been around for a long time. It turns soldiers into doctors, and sailors into teachers. So it's been doing a good thing, and we just have to remember to keep using it. It's our responsibility to be like the next great generation, right? Like we had those guys, our grandfathers, that went and did that and became something afterwards. So we've kind of transitioned into a world where it doesn't seem like that's the case. We go do our time, we get out, and like people thank us, but it's not just, it just doesn't end with wearing a uniform. It ends with like taking the values we've learned in the military, but applying them to being a civilian and being good role models for other people too, right? That's the way I think of it. So we talked about college, now I'll talk about credentialing. An increased opportunity to receive certified credentials for skills in the military is receiving new emphasis from the Pentagon and the Senate and everyone else, really, right? America's encountering a shortage of people's skills, just period. Service members can attempt to receive credentialings and official licensing from official licensing bodies. From everything from automotive repair, ASE certified technicians, right? Or all the way to supply chain management, which is what I'm doing. And it's called APICS. And just those credentials alone will land you a decent job. You may not have a full bachelor's degree, but you have an APIC certification. That's really big. It's a big deal. Same thing for you guys. They're certified gunsmith programs. You probably didn't know. Or if you're like Sergeant Recchio, the 91 Golfs, you can get ASE certified as electronics technician or TMD calibrations and stuff like that. Calibrating precision equipment, that's a certification. And if you get that certification, you can transition right into a like a field technical service rep for generators, anything with like power generation equipment or like micro processors that have to be adjusted. You can go in there and walk right into that job. So those are important things to keep in mind. This renewed effort credentialing opportunity, there's a renewed effort to create credential opportunities to attract civilians to military career field services across the armies, right? So it's not just they're trying to get you, they're trying to attract people that aren't certified as a civilian. Come in, hey, I know you've been working on becoming a certified welder, come in the Army, become a welder, and then get certified. Because you can use your GI Bill and tuition assistance to pay for those certifications. So I mean, there's it's also a recruiting tool for the Army. So overall, about 25,000 soldiers take advantage of credentialing services offered by the Army Training and Doctrine Command. The new programs that they're bringing on will try to expand that number. Because 25,000 people out of 480,000 standing active Army is not very many. So they're working with these governing bodies to increase the modes of access for people to get certified. So, so we have covered a couple of these education benefits that you have here. There's more out there. There's different things. There's internship programs, or there's green to gold, becoming enlisted to officer. Those are all programs I encourage all of you to look at. So I'm going to go over them again real quick. Since 1944, the military has been providing military education benefits to you. We have an obligation to continue in our grandparents' footprints, the greatest generation, and capitalize on the use of the social mobility tool that was developed for us. Tuition assistance, the Montgomery GI Bill, and credentialing programs provide opportunity to improve our personal and professional lives. And John Quincy Adams said this, and so I'm going to leave you with this quote so you can think about it. If your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and become more, you are a leader. So think about that. Think about what he said. If you have any questions, come see me afterwards. And thanks for your time. Yeah.